All right, to replace your foot pegs, first step, remove this E-clip on the back side, and I could do that with a tiny screwdriver. You kind of just walk it off. I want to make sure it doesn't fling off into Neverland. So you put your finger on the back side, here you go. All right, next step, pull this pin out. Keep in mind you got spring tension in here, so we don't want things popping out. So you want to pull this out nice and carefully while kind of covering it with your thumb or a rag or something. All right, so I'm going to cover that, my finger, pushing on the end of this. Okay, got the pin out. And inside of here, there's a spring. We kind of memorized where that went back in there. Okay, we got everything. We got foot peg, your pin, your spring, and your E-clip. Next step is to clean everything. See, I just use brake clean and a rag. Clean all this dirt, grime off. Pin. You want to make sure this groove that the E-clip goes in is nice and clean, so it seats in there nice. Get everything clean. If you feel the need to replace this E-clip, just replace it. So clean out the hole here. This brass brush works really well. There, here. I'm also going to clean right here. Foot peg bracket. Brass wire brush works really well. Here. Clean and ready to reassemble. Next step would be to relube everything. And there, here, anywhere there's metal to metal contact. So the peg goes with the flat 90 degrees side down because it'll lock into position and fold up. Grease the pin. So I'll try it without the spring. Pin goes in nice, moves up and down, cool. Now we'll add the spring. Spring goes in like that. So I'd put the pin in just enough so it holds this side of the foot peg. Slide the spring in there. So I'll use a screwdriver, push it in there, line it up. Right. This bit can be kind of tricky. There we go. The pin. Sometimes I gotta push on it to collapse that spring a little bit so that the holes will line up so the pin can go through. Let's do that. All right, last step would be put the E-clip back on. Fits in that little narrow groove on the end of the pin right there. So I'll just set it on there. Use a pair of pliers. Make sure it's not going anywhere, it's not loose. Check the action. You just want to check it. Make sure everything looks normal. The peg is nice and flat. Wipe off any excessive grease. Make certain you don't get any grease or lubrications on the foot peg. It'll make it really slippery. All set.